Please, guys, make this yourself. Share it with your family. Get them high. But, tell them first. Don't poison your family for Christmas, okay? What's up, ho-ho-hos, and welcome to a special holiday edition of Not Your Mom's Kitchen. My name is Kelly, and on this illustrious episode, we are going to be making one of my personal holiday favorites, a pear spice upside down cake. Now, what the fuck is a pear upside down cake? I'm gonna tell you guys. So what we're gonna end up doing is we are gonna take a beautiful 9-inch cake round and fill it with an arrangement of sliced pears, nuts, and sugar that are all gonna caramelize on the bottom, right? And we're gonna top it with a fluffy, spicy gingerbread-esque cake. And then when everything is all cooked, we're gonna flip her over and bam, we're gonna have caramelized pears over a beautiful holiday cake. It's gonna be juicy, it's gonna be gooey, it's gonna be everything your heart desires. Let's get into it. So, as per usual, we're gonna have to gather a number of ingredients. Of course, we need 2 Bosc pears. You can use a different variety if you want. I'm going Bosc today. And we're gonna peel and slice them. We need a half a cup of melted butter, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm going for dark brown because it's rich, it's caramely, it's gonna give us that molasses quality that we're looking for over top. Then we also are doing a half cup of pecans. Feel free to use something different, but pecans are my favorite. Then for the cake, we are doing 1 1/2 cup of flour. In this cute little bowl here, we have a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. This little cutie next door is a mixture of 3/4 teaspoon cinnamon, 3/4 teaspoon ginger, and an 1/8 teaspoon of allspice. Now that might not sound like very much, but that little bit of allspice is gonna give us spice. Obviously, it's called allspice. It's gonna give us that little bit of something different. Trust me, it makes a difference. And then we need a half a cup of softened butter. It's gonna be a mixture of unsalted and canna butter. So our canna butter today, I made it with some pineapple upcake, the beautiful weed strain, because it just sounded perfect, right? We need a half cup total. I'm going for 1 tablespoon of the canna butter and 7 tablespoons of the regular unsalted butter. The ratio's up to you. We're gonna end up with about 8 servings. So think about how many milligrams you want. I'm not gonna tell you the ratio. Do what seems right for you. This is what I'm going for. Then we need 1/3 cup of sugar. We have 1 beautiful egg. Room temperature is always best, but if it's cold, that's okay too. And then 1/3 cup of molasses. And lastly, 1/2 cup of some warm water, which I'll grab when the time is right. But for now, we need to get our pears sliced, diced, peeled, ready to go. So we're gonna do a little movie magic and have that ready for you in just a second. Et voila, we are ready for the next step. Now that our pears are ready, we can go ahead and start our topping. So we want to do a base layer. Here, let me clear a little room for you guys so you can get a beautiful view of the action. We want to fill up this pan here with our melted butter. Woo! Go for a dive. Wow, look at that. Then we want to take our beautiful sugar, brown sugar, and put her all around. Hey, sugar. She's jumping into the butter bath. What a pleasure. What a pleasure indeed. And then we'll do our nuts last. Yes, make a beautiful caramely mixture here up top. Great, so that's gonna serve as the base for our pears, right? Wash my hands real quick. Sanitation, guys, stay on top of it. Be ready. Okay. Now I'm ready to lay my pears into the cake pan. Now we want to do this, it doesn't have to be beautiful, because remember, when you pull it out, these nuts and caramel and butter is going to be all over the top. But, take some time with it. Put some effort into it. Make it look nice. Our last couple dashes here, kind of fill in the blanks. You don't have to use the entire pears, but I like to because, it gives you that pear juice, the flavor. Okay, so she looks pretty good. Yeah. Kind of a cute little spiral action here. Like I said, she doesn't have to be perfect, but make her look presentable. Now that she is ready to go, we are going to start our cake. One more moment. So if you have a handheld mixer, grab it so that we can cream the butter and the sugar. So let me grab my big mixing bowl here for you guys to get that going for you. And we are going to put our softened butter into the bowl. Beautiful. Just want to get every little scoop of that can of butter. Come on, girl. Come on, you can do it. Okay, that looks good. Get this little cutie out of the way so I can show you guys a little bit more a detailed view. We like details, right? Okay, now we will get our sugar. Pour her in here. We're going to get this rubber spatula out of the way because we are actually going to use our hand mixer. If you have a hand mixer, grab it. If you don't, rubber spatula, fork, anything you got. Just make sure you whip it up until the sugar and the butter is nice and light and fluffy, like so. Scrape off the edges here because she got a little crowded into one corner, so let's take her off here. Okay, yes, good. Now we want to throw in our beautiful molasses. Oh yes, it's a little sticky, so be careful. There we go, get the last little bits in there. Beautiful. Because this is what's going to provide a lot of the flavor, so we want to make sure we get in there. Okay, wonderful. She's in there. Let's again take our spatula, make room for the mixer, and we'll throw our egg in as well. Still haven't got that one hand crack. I'm going to get to it, I promise. I need a proper teacher. Who wants to teach me how to do it? Because, I guess I could YouTube it, huh? So let's mix it up once more. We want it to be homogeneous, right? We're going back to that. Okay, great. That looks pretty good. So let me just take our spatula once more, take down these sides here. Okay, great. So now let's set her aside for just a moment. And let's get our dry ingredients together. So our flour, and then we want to do, bam, some baking soda, some baking powder, some salt. Woo! And then we have our spices. Throw them into the party too. They want to join? Great. Then let me grab another mixing tool. Let's go for a fork, why not? And just give it a little stir. Yes, until again, everything is homogeneous. It's my favorite word. Make sure it's just all evenly distributed, We don't want any clumps, we don't want any lumps. Wow, that's how you make a cake. Now, let's add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, slowly and steadily. So we're gonna do about half of the dry to get started. And then we're also going to do a quarter cup of that warm water. Remember, we need a half cup total, but I'm gonna go in parts to make sure everything gets evenly mixed. So let me just get some warm water here going. You know, LA's finest. Oh yeah. Nice and warm here. Throw in just half of it. This is my half cup here. Mix it up, mix it up. Oh yeah, that's looking great. We don't want to beat it too hard. You could keep using your mixer, but I'm a handheld girl. Oh yes. So then we'll mix her until she's fully ready to go. I don't know what this stance is. Okay, now we want to do the rest of our dry ingredients. Starting to look like a ginger cake. Oh yes. Throw these in here. And then we'll throw the rest of our water in here. Give it a little mixity mix, mixity mix. Okay, and then let's finish her off with the mixer. Make sure there are no lumps and clumps. Wow. See how beautiful that is? Just looks silky smooth. Ready for a feast. Mix her up here. Get rid of those last lumps, clumps, any little bits of flour. Oh yes, isn't that color just beautiful? Little gingerbread moment happening. I'm here for it. Yes, look at her. Cute. I think she's ready to go meet her topping. What do you guys think? I think the answer is yes. So this cake batter is a little thick, so be gentle when you put it over top because you don't want to move all your topping around, right? You want your pears to stay in place, all that good stuff. So let's just kind of carefully spread it over top, give it a good place to start, and then you can gently move on from there, right? Put her over here. Let's put a little right here. Yes, perfect. Wonderful. That looks good to me. And then we'll just spread, spread, spread. Spread, spread, spread. You know what's up. You know how to spread. You were born to spread. Okay, cool. She's looking pretty mixed. She's looking pretty evenly covered. You can't see the pears, anything like that. Alrighty. I think it's safe to say that she's ready for the oven, kittens. Let's see. Looks good, right? Everything is covered. So now we're gonna throw her in the oven to do her baking thing. So we have our lovely oven preset to 350 degrees, and we're gonna throw her in here for 35 to 40 minutes. And make sure that when you stick like a butter knife in or a toothpick that it comes out clean. So it should be around 35 to 45 minutes, but use your best judgment. You know what's up. And while she is in there doing her baking thing, I'm gonna do my baking thing and get high. So let's do it. Power up. Beautiful. So we are gonna take it out of the oven. Ooh, yes. Perfection. Wow. You see, I tested it a couple times with a knife. She's cooked through. You can even see some of the caramelization on the side. Ooh, it's an exciting time. So we need to let this cake cool for about 10 minutes, because what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow everything to kind of soak into place, but it'll still be warm enough that we can flip it over and everything's gonna stay in place. If we do it too soon, we run the risk of it being kind of runny and just sliding right off. If we do it when it's too cool, it's gonna harden and become really sticky, so that's gonna be tough too. So give it 10 sweet minutes until it's nice and cool, and then we'll put her on to this lovely plate right here, and we'll get to see our pears, all that good stuff. In the meantime, we're back! Our cake is nice and cool. Let's see what we have. Okay, moment of truth. Pray for me. Ooh, you know what? What's even better than prayers is action. So let's try to wiggle her off a little bit. See, gently coax her off the edge. Looks ready. Okay, let's see what we got, kittens. Let's flip it on over. Pear upside down cake. Let's go. Wow, guys. Ooh, I made a little bit of a mess, but isn't that lovely? Ooh, that looks festive and delightful. Let's take a closer look. Wow. You can even see the steam coming off of it. Ooh! Let's get in and have a slice. All right, let's get into this beauty. This cake is best served warm. A little bit of ice cream, you know, if you got it. I wish I had some today, but I got high and forgot. Just kidding, I was never planning on having some. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Okay. See that beautiful steam coming out? This is gonna be good, guys. I can already see it. Let's get in here. Wow, perfect little slice. Ooh, delightful. Let's just have a quick little, tiny little bite. Yes. Moist, spicy, fluffy, scrumptious. Wow. Please, guys, make this yourself. Share it with your family. Get them high. But, you know, tell them first. Don't poison your family for Christmas, okay? That's it. We did it. That's all she wrote. I hope you guys have a beautiful holiday. I hope you enjoy the cake. You know where to find us next time. Like, share, subscribe, all that. And I hope you have a really, really, really enjoyable holiday. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. You know what it is. Not your mom's kitchen.